Aloha, beautiful souls, and welcome to another reading here at Transform with Rian. And this reading today is all about a special message that's found you for a reason. Okay, so there's this message, this channel message that's going to come through that you were meant to hear. All right, so this reading found you for a reason. You're in the right place. Let's connect our energies together with this collective card reading to get us started before we go into the individual messages that are finding you now for a reason. All right, the energies are very, very interesting today. We'll get more into that into your reading, but this is our collective message together, loves. Blackbird, the magical and unique qualities of your untapped potential are unfolding now. Wow. Wow, so there's a lot more to your situation. There's a lot more to come, a lot more to unfold. And you're just seeing a tiny piece of it, if you're seeing anything at all. I'm getting the sense that maybe some of you are feeling a little bit lost to the wind in some area of your life. And just know that everything is unfolding from this moment forward. Wow. Okay, so here are your options, loves. We're going to begin with group number 1. So group number 1, this reading was meant to find you for a reason, okay? And the energy that I'm feeling right now is just so unique. I haven't felt this energy before, to just channel these messages with the tarot cards. So not a lot of not a lot of preparation, right? Normally I have other cards showing, but you have this feather here that's going to kick off this reading for you, and it comes from the Wren. Be bold and confident. Use all of your resources to create your dream. I'm hearing now is the time for you to take a chance, okay? I'm hearing that for several of you, it's something that maybe you've been afraid to move forward with or unsure of because maybe it didn't feel like the right time, or maybe you just didn't feel like you were prepared, that maybe you didn't have everything you needed to move forward with something. And the message that we're starting to reveal here, the reason why you're at this reading, is that there's some encouragement that it is the right time now, and that you do have the resources and the means to move forward in whatever this is. So let's find out some more messages here. You have the Page of Cups. Oh gosh, the energy is just so different than what I'm normally used to for doing these readings. But I also don't normally do readings in the evening, so very, very interesting. King of Swords. 8 of Cups. And Ace of Cups. Let me actually move this over this way, and then we can see all of these cards right here. So what is this first layer of messages? Why is this message, this reading here for you? What's bringing you here? Okay, so I'm definitely seeing here that you've been in a situation, or there's this kind of dynamic with a relationship right now where you feel less than. I'm feeling these energies of like not enough, okay? Where you're feeling like maybe you're not good enough, and you, like, it's almost like you don't have a right to ask for more. You don't feel like empowered to rise above, to really reach for your dreams, reach for your goals. And it's because there's this energy here, this King of Swords, that has been a bit hurtful with their words. I'm sensing like some energy of criticism, judgment coming through from this person, and it's making you feel like right here that you're kind of like recoiling, bringing your energy back in, like kind of flinching. I feel like flinching, curling in on yourself, like fetal position. So it's like this energy here is trying to make you smaller than you are, and like the things that they're saying are not encouraging at all. They don't feel very uplifting, and it's been like such a big weight on you here, emotionally, especially because look, we have 3 cups here. So we have this energy here who is functioning in a way of limitations because of this sword's energy. It's coming from the mind. And the mind is really great at like storing knowledge and information, data, maybe figuring out little details of how things work. But also, it's a very limiting energy. It's a very limiting force. The mind is what tells us like what we think we can't do or what we think is impossible. And that's where this person is coming from, is this energy of like limiting, and it's like they've sort of lost some of their ability to like dream, you know? And cups energy, yeah, it's about emotions, but I'm also feeling there's a lot of dream energy, right? Because when we think of the water signs, we have Pisces, and Pisces is the sign that rules like dreams. And from that, even like connecting to source power, God power. And this person is not really in that vibration of source, of imagination, of dreaming. They're kind of being overly realistic is what I'm getting. And you know, whatever happened in their life here that really disappointed them and let them down, because we have this figure here looking kind of longingly at this castle and not having had obtained it. Like, why is this person out here naked in the middle of this, you know, seafront, oceanfront, and not in this warm castle? And it's because I feel this person had an unfulfilled dream. Like something didn't work out for them in the past, and they're just projecting all of that energy out your direction and bringing you down. But you are this spark of hope. Okay, you are untapped potential here. That's what I'm really getting, like coming back to this card as well. Untapped potential is coming through to complement and support this reading here. That's where you're at, but this energy is just feeling so oppressive, and I'm hearing that you need to ignore it. Move away from this energy here, okay? Because it's not doing you any favors. And perhaps you have a very clear sense of who that is. So clearing that energy, moving away from that, okay? Let's see what else you need to know and you need to hear about this. I feel like it's so strange. It feels like a little bit of an out-of-body experience right now where I'm not really consciously thinking about the messages coming through. It's just like pure channeling. Wow. 9 of Cups. Oh, look at this. This is a beautiful turnaround here from this energy on this top here, kind of explaining the current situation. 8 of Pentacles. Beautiful. King of Pentacles. The World. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. So look at this. This is all like reassurance for you, okay? That your wish will be granted. This energy here, it has no say in your future. It has no power over what you can accomplish. And here, this is your wishes being granted. Even if this person, they didn't feel like their wish got granted and they experienced disappointment in their life, that is not your fate. So don't hold on to this person's experience and truth, because that is not your truth here, okay, love? Here with the 8 of Pentacles, I'm seeing a lot of energy of support coming through for you. Support from all sorts of places. I mean, look at all these wonderful different creatures here bringing all these gifts. We have some fruits, we have a acorn, we have flowers, we have wood, right? It's like people are coming in to help you. There are people there that are supporting you, but for whatever reason, right now you're focused so much on what this person is saying. It could even be like father figure energy, right? Where you feel like maybe you're not living up to the expectations of your father, and your father has had some disappointments in their life. And it could be like maybe they think they're doing you a favor by trying to discourage some of your dreams because, maybe in their mind they're thinking like, oh, I don't want you to get disappointed when your dreams don't come true. So let me steer you in a more practical direction. And really, they're just projecting a lot of their own insecurities and a lot of their own um, limitations based on their past, okay, based on their experience. And it doesn't have the authority in what's happening with you. And perhaps they didn't have support. You do, though. You do have support from a lot of different places. If you just kind of open your mind up, open your heart up, you're going to see they're going to kind of come out of the woodwork here, just like these amazing woodland creatures are coming out of the woodwork to meet up with this mermaid here. And I feel there's another energy coming in, another sort of divine masculine authority energy coming in, perhaps some type of mentor, okay? Someone who is a little bit more familiar with the goals that you're moving towards, that in a way this energy is not, right? It's kind of like, this person could be a banker, right? Like they know maybe how, oh, wait, let me switch this around. Like this person, maybe they are a librarian or some sort of scholar, right? So they read a lot of books, they can hold a lot of knowledge and information, but they don't really have the experience in applying that knowledge into the various fields. You know what I'm saying? So like maybe they read a lot about like finances and economy, but they're not specialized like this person is that's coming into your life. This person like lives, breathes, works in this industry, in this field. So they know, right? They have not only the knowledge, but the experience. Whereas this person, they just have the knowledge and like whatever things they've heard, which, could even be gossip or hearsay about things. They don't have necessarily a lot of the technical skills and abilities, right? And so it's kind of like, okay, I've read books like, Think and Grow Rich, or what is that other book? Rich Dad, Poor Dad. But I don't have that experience like this person does, who's invested the money firsthand, maybe who's bought property, who has started their own business, things like that, where they've created their own wealth. This person doesn't have that same level of experience, even though they know a lot of information. Are you guys kind of seeing that difference here? So this person is trying to come into your life to help show you how to take action towards your goals, because this is divine masculine in its highest form is what I'm hearing. So it's all about guiding you on what to do, how to take action. So be on the lookout for this person. They're definitely going to stand out among this group of people coming through to help you in. This group of people coming in to help you out. Oh, that's a better way to say it. Oh my gosh, sometimes when I get into this channeling thing, it's like English is like not my thing. And I'm really reassured for you on this, because you have the Nine of Cups, which is a very positive omen, and you have the Eight of Pentacles, which is this support. And you also have the World card. And the World, I always say it's never too late for your happily ever after in these readings. And this is what I'm feeling coming through from this card, is a happily ever after for you, where it's like, the world is your oyster. Have you ever heard that saying before? And again, I can't stress enough, this untapped potential and these resources that you have around you to create your dreams. Everything you need is within you, despite this one voice telling you no. Okay, so it's about choosing who are you going to listen to? Okay, whose advice are you actually going to take? Right? And again, even though this person feels like they're helping, I get the strong sense they're not. These people will be helping you, okay? Not this person. So I would say, create some distance from this person and maybe don't share a lot of your ideas and your plans with them, because they're just not really in a position to support you and help you out in them. These people are. These people are the ones you should be talking to and getting their opinion. All right? So, very interesting messages for you. I hope that resonated with you, loves. Let me know what you thought of the reading. Excuse me. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you all for your love and support for this channel. And of course, if you want to connect, just check the description box down below to find out ways in which you can connect with me. And I look forward to doing another reading for you again. So chin up. Remember, your happily ever after is on its way. See you later. Hey there, Group 2. Welcome to your reading. This reading, there's a reason why it found you today. There's something very important that you need to hear. So let's start off with your feather, okay? We have the raven. The universe is calling you to notice important synchronicities. So I'm seeing here already from the get-go that you've been receiving some signs, okay? I'm sensing too that you've probably been doubting these signs. You're questioning yourself. I'm getting the sense too that you're doubting yourself, right? You're like, you see the sign and it's a confirmation of what you need to be doing next. But there's a part of you that's like doubtful, and maybe it's coming from some past experience where you went for something because you felt like it was the right thing to do at the time, and maybe it didn't work out then, okay? I'm seeing here too that a lot of things are actually like beginning to work out for you. It just seems like maybe it's not moving fast enough for you, or maybe it's not taking the direction that you thought it would take, which is maybe why you're beginning to doubt. It's like, why is this kind of happening so slowly? Like, maybe it should be moving faster if it's what I should be doing, or the direction I should be going. It feels like there's all these delays, right? And maybe you're thinking the delays are a sign, but that's not the sign, okay? It's everything else that says keep pushing forward. That's the sign here. And also the route that you're taking, right? Maybe the route, it seems a bit like not step by step what you thought it would be. So you're questioning it. And I'm hearing you can let that go and you can just trust and flow with this. Now we have the Wheel of Fate. So here you go. I'm getting the sense that a lot of this is in the purview of maybe destiny, and that there are things that you are not really aware of, that you don't have control over, that are moving and working behind the scenes for you. And so it's kind of altering the speed and the direction things are going, because you can only plan for so much, and then the rest is kind of up to fate, kind of up to luck, you know, and timing. And so those are the things that are really being locked into place along your journey that maybe, I shouldn't even say maybe, that you just weren't really aware of, okay? You didn't have knowledge of. Queen of Wands, excellent, excellent. Ace of Coins, beautiful, 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 beautiful. And oh my God. So if you have been watching my channel, you've seen a few videos, perhaps you know for sure that the Star card is like my favorite card in the tarot deck, and I'm so glad it showed up here in your reading. So what does this stuff mean here? What is the reason you're at this message? This is to receive reassurance that your goal will be achieved here. You're just in the beginning stages of it, okay? And again, maybe you want to be further along, but you can't rush this process, all right? You know, it's like trying to rush a tree to grow faster, to blossom faster, okay? Like telling a little seed to turn into a big oak tree that's like, you know, several feet in circumference overnight, or in a matter of days, or even weeks or months, you know, like it takes years for trees to grow that big and strong. And so this thing that you have been noticing the synchronicities on, it's just something that's going to take time, but it's going to be very, very fruitful, very prosperous. Because what I'm hearing here is it's like an investment, you know, like how when you invest in stocks, it's not that often that you really get a quick turnaround, right? That you can cash out really quickly. It's just over time, the value increases immensely. All right, that's what I'm really seeing here. So just have patience and pay attention to the signs that are affirming you're on the right path and things are going okay. Things are working out great despite whatever your mind is telling you. Because with this star and this wheel of fate, you have these two major arcana. And the star is really, it's kind of like this guiding force. It's guiding you forward into the smoothest path possible for you, right? I'm thinking of Moana, right? When she's like holding her hand up to try to use the stars to guide her way across the ocean. Um, it was a journey and she had some stumbling along the way, like getting tossed off the boat, getting facing those cute little coconut creature. I said pumpkin, child. Those totally were not pumpkins. Coconut creatures, right? Like there were these obstacles or hurdles or quests, mini quests, side quests, whatever that she had to go through before she reached her ultimate goal to get to that island and restore that stone, that magical stone. And so that's what's really happening here with you as well. Again, it's going to take time, but trust that you are being guided and that things are falling into place ahead of you in divine timing. Why can you also be assured of that? Because we have the Queen of Wands. Look at these sunflowers. Those are like good omens. Sunflowers bring this positive energy into a situation. Also very like lucky, optimistic energy as well. Clarity, lighting the way forward, being guided. And with the wands element together with the queen, this is really about that charisma. The charisma and the magnetism, right, of things falling into place for you. Even if you don't fully understand it, even if you don't know how this is working out, it just does. Okay, it just does. It's one of these things, what I'm hearing now very, very strongly, it's one of these situations where the mind won't be able to make sense of what's happening. But the spirit, the soul knows. And you kind of have to give the steering wheel, the controls, over to spirit, over to soul energy, because the mind does not know what's happening here. Okay, that's just the fact of all these energies together, because there's no swords here, right? Swords is the domain of logical thought processes, so it has no place here. So the things that are happening right now won't make sense by, common logic. These are synchronicities, right? So it's intuitive energy coming through for you right now. So trust that. And when you see the synchronicities, or maybe even see signs like angel numbers, 111, 333, or mirror numbers like 34, 43, things like that. When you see those numbers, take that as reassurance, okay? 7 of Cups, 10 of Wands, Queen of Cups. Okay, wow. Some more queen energy here. 2 of Pentacles. So the other thing that I need to point out as well is cups, pentacles, pentacles. That's divine feminine energy. And you also have 2 queens, so divine feminine energy again. So all of this energy is in the receptivity end of the dual nature, right? There's action taking and then there's receptivity. And so right now, your primary mode of operating, modus operandi, your strategy is to just receive. See the signs coming in, allow things to fall in place, receive the guidance, receive the next set of instructions as they're laid out for you, okay? Just step by step. It's not about like, here's everything you need to know right here, right now, and you can like see far, far ahead. That's not really what's happening here, okay? You can only see a certain distance ahead, so there's no need to really worry what lies beyond that, okay? I'm getting like more Moana examples, like seeing what's beyond the horizon. You can't see everything beyond that. Your sight and vision can only go so far. So just worry about what's right in front of you right now, okay? I'm hearing too, you need to have a little bit of fun here, and you need to um, allow your imagination to kind of go wild. That's what I'm hearing here. Like, I feel like you've been worried a little bit too much about something, again, because maybe a lot of it feels like it's out of your control. And, Spirit is saying, like, relinquish that, play a little. So if you feel like you're getting stressed, do something that gets your mind off of things, okay? But in a good way. Like distract yourself in a good way. Go watch something that makes you laugh, something that makes you smile. Go exercise, read a book, go hang out with friends. Just do something that keeps you distracted. Bake something delicious, right? So indulge in your hobbies versus just sitting there instead of like worrying and perseverating over things. And so if you are one of those people, like sometimes I'm this way too, where it's like I sit down to watch TV, but my mind as like I'm not focused on what's on the TV screen. Or even if I go for a run, like while and oh my god, it's been like forever since I've gone on a run actually, like well, long, long time ago. But I'm more like yoga these days. But sometimes my mind like cycles through things and is so active when I'm trying to exercise or watch TV and get my mind off of things. So the key thing is you need to get your mind off of things, right? Like just like where you can't even think about anything because you're trying to figure out what is this bunny doing on a fish with these two round coins balancing here? Like how is this even possible, right? Like you need to be in that state of just like undivided attention here, right? Where it's like, I'm so kind of captivated by this thing right here. I can't even think beyond this, right? That's the state you need to be in so you don't get into worry mode here. And with this imagination and this dreaming, it's really about being grateful for the possibilities, okay? That there's not just one way forward. There's a lot of ways forward. Some are easier than others. Some are go a lot more smoothly than others. And so just be open because you know what you know, and you don't know what you don't know. So like sometimes we just don't know certain things are possible for us. So it's nice to just let the universe and fate orchestrate these things. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like the universe has the insider scoop and we don't on things. So like we don't know when things are gonna go with sale or whatever, but we just gotta trust that we'll receive the signs when we know it's time to take a certain action step. Okay, that's what I'm really seeing here with all of this, and with this combination of Queen of Wands and Queen of Cups, I'm really sensing this intuition coming through. So take all the energy out of your head and move it into your gut. Move it into your heart and just feel things out. Where is it that there is a lack of fear, a lack of doubt, a lack of worry, a lack of anxiety? Okay? Because a lot of those feelings come from the mind. And so we shouldn't be making decisions based on fear. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let me say that again because that was like a whammy to my instincts. We should not be making decisions based on fear. All right? So when you're in that energy, don't make any rash decisions. Allow things to fall into place. Allow them to take the time that they need to set things up for you to have an easier path forward. All right. Now, with this 10 of Wands, this is really just another message to let go of these worries and these burdens. A lot of the things you're worrying about is not even your responsibility, hun. Like, like, you know, I feel like I need to take responsibility for employers when I send my resume, that I need to like make sure that they know to read my thing, when to read it, when to reply back to me, when to go to talk to my references, when to offer, like we worry about all these things that are not part of our responsibilities. And so I'm really getting that you need to have a clear sense of like what is your responsibility? What is actually within your power? What burdens do you actually need to own? I shouldn't even say burdens. We can say responsibilities, okay? And so not stop taking care of other people's stuff. Like let other people do their part. Your life is not just about you. Like you're not an island, right? They say like no man is an island. There's other people that have to come into your life to create these situations and these circumstances for you, right? It's like when I want to create a YouTube video, like I'm doing my part by reading the cards, posting the videos and creating the thumbnails, like all that kind of stuff. But I don't, my part isn't to like come in and tell you how to receive my messages, tell you how to interpret the cards, tell you when to watch my readings, tell you if you should or should not comment or like it. Like that's not my responsibility. My responsibility is to share these divine messages with you and allow you to have your own response to them, okay? And allow you to use this however you need to use it and interact with it however you need to interact with it, right? Oh, that was actually really good for me as well, because you know, in YouTube, we're always thinking of ways we can grow our channel, get more views, get more likes, connect with our audience more, things like that. And it was a good reminder for me to, I just need to show up and do my part with all of my heart and do it very genuinely and honestly. And I feel like you can't go wrong that way. Okay, so just pay close attention. Like, what's your part? Once you've done your part, you don't need to worry about anything anymore. You've done your part. Let everyone else do theirs. All right? Whoa, that was such a beautiful message. That one actually really resonated with me as well. So I'm so glad I got to do this reading for you, loves. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the ways you support the channel. Truly, 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 with the likes, the subscriptions, comments, and letting the ads run. It like really, really means so much to me as I'm working on building something very beautiful for all of you. All right. If you want to connect with me even further, just check the description box below to find out how. But otherwise, remember, loves, it's never too late for your happily ever after. Take care, my dears. Hey there, group 3. Welcome to the reading today. This reading found you for a reason. There's something important you need to know now, something important you need to hear. So let's find out this reason that the reading found you. What do you need to hear? We got a message from the loon. What an interesting name for a bird, right? Makes me think of like Looney Tunes. Abidi, that's all, folks. Do you remember that? Oh my gosh, I don't even think they make cartoons anymore, huh? New ones. It says, pay attention to your dream time. Messages of guidance are drifting in. Ooh. So I feel like there's a lot of energy here coming through with your sort of subconscious mind. Okay, so dreams, even I'm hearing the word nightmares, as unpleasant as it sounds, like paying attention to your nightmares because they can be trying to convey something to you as well, very important to you, like perhaps like a warning. And with the dreams, I'm hearing that if that's more of what you've been experiencing lately, then there might be signs there as well to kind of guide you towards fulfilling your goals, fulfilling your dreams, your aspirations. Maybe we can say that instead. But also I'm getting for many of you that's really important for you to pay attention to your sleep habits as well. That it's important for you to get quality rest. And so from quality rest, I just wanted to clarify, is like a topic that really interested me a lot, especially when I was going to school to study to be a physician assistant, because, you know, the work that I do with my patients is only so good as how sharp and alert my mind is and how clear my thoughts are, right? And getting quality rest is the key part of that. So I just wanted to share a couple of tips with you about sleep habits and sleep hygiene. So one of the big things that people often worry about is like, how many hours of sleep should I get, right? Have you ever worried about that? Is that, something that you've sort of read about, and you've probably heard a lot of different answers about what is the ideal number of hours of sleep to get in a night, right? Well, let me tell you something. The big thing that people need to actually focus on a little bit more is the quality of their sleep, right? It's about getting uninterrupted, restful sleep. So some people, maybe they're in bed and they're sleeping for 8 hours, but if they constantly get interrupted or get woken up and they're up for like a few seconds, a couple minutes, and then they fall back asleep, then that's not quality sleep. Even people with like sleep apnea, they're not getting quality sleep because there are periods of in their sleep where they stop breathing and they're getting reduced oxygen, right? So it's very important to really pay attention to this quality of sleep and uninterrupted sleep, okay? That should be like the really big focus versus the number of hours. The other thing that can be helpful too for many people is to kind of have like a wind down period before you go to sleep, where it's like your mind quiets down. It's not activated. You're not thinking too much about things, worrying about things too much. It's never good to go to bed worrying, okay, or go to bed mad or angry. It's best to go to bed in a very calm, tranquil state. And so, like, a bedtime routine is great. Washing the face, putting on a face mask, like I like to do sometimes, right? And brushing your teeth, then maybe reading some light fiction novel or something like that. I definitely don't recommend watching TV or playing on your devices before bed because, I think there's maybe been some movement to adjust this, but like the light that comes from the screen really kind of messes with your inner sensory system of like rest and like circadian rhythms to some degree, okay? So just a couple of things for you to think about when it comes to sleep. But let's see what else. What is the big reason why you're here in this reading, to give a little bit more insight and detail to this whole dreaming, sleeping scenario here. What else does my group 3 crew need to hear and need to know right now? Okay, 3 of Wands. 4 of Coins. Okay, interesting. 5. Wow, 3, 4, 5. I was feeling this when this 4 came out after the 3. Are we going to get a sequential set here, like a straight when it comes to, like poker? And a 3 again. Wow, so we have 3s flanking and then go to 3, 4, 5. So this progression here. So what do we have going on for you? So interestingly enough, I'm seeing here that your dreams with this 3 of Wands, I'm seeing that the message is a little bit of clairvoyancy happening in the dreams. Okay, it's like you're seeing a little bit into the future of what would likely be happening given the current light direction things are going, right? It's sort of like a most likely outcome. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, if you keep buying more and more drinks when you're at the bar with your friends or something like that, like eventually you're going to run out of money, right? If you just keep spending the money, it eventually is going to run out, right? So it's a very, very simple example of what I mean by this, that if you keep moving in the direction that you're going, whatever that may be, if you keep doing the things that you're doing, this will be the most likely outcome. You're seeing it in your dreams. You're seeing how things can most likely pan out if you stay your current course. So kind of depending on what you see in your dreams, that might encourage you to just keep on keeping on, keep doing what you're doing, just keep swimming, right? Like Dory. Or it might be warning you to maybe change your actions, make some kind of adjustment, right? So I feel like that's what I'm seeing here with the dreams. And I want to say too that not everybody remembers their dreams when they wake up. So it's okay. What can help you is actually to make an intention when you're getting ready for bed, like while you're in bed before you fall asleep. Like just set this intention that you will remember your dreams in detail upon waking, for long enough to write them down. Okay, so before you sleep, just set that intention. I will remember my dreams in all relevant details upon waking and retain these memories long enough for me to write them down. Okay, so you can set that intention and it will totally work. Now, what I'm seeing additionally is that your energy has been a bit withdrawn. It's kind of like you're being very protected, protective about yourself, very cautious. Okay. Um, I'm feeling that you're almost like afraid to take certain actions because you fear what could be a potential consequence. And so it's almost like you're not doing anything, or you're trying to play it overly safe, overly cautious, to the point where you're like trapping yourself, like Rapunzel in this tower here. It's like you're trapping yourself here. And this fairy, like, look at these wings, they're ready to go flying. But instead, this fairy is kind of like curled in on themselves, right? On the ground, not moving. And I'm feeling like your life needs some movement right now. And it's time to sort of step out of this timidness, this introvertedness, because we need to be moving, right? We need to be moving in a direction here. We need to be taking steps forward, okay? With the Three of Coins, I'm sensing that there is help coming through, help from a very unlikely source, a very unexpected source. Help is coming through, help is on the way. Maybe you'll even get some clues here within your dreams as to who this person might be, or what this help, what form it's coming in, right? Maybe we'll get some information with this deck. So why don't we move to that? Why don't we see what we got coming here? So I just heard it's okay to be cautious, it's okay to be safe, but not at the point of stagnancy, but not to the point where it's like you're not taking any actions. You're like analysis paralysis. You're frozen, right? Like that's not the goal here. The goal is to continue to evolve, continue to move. Wow, I'm telling y'all, I was thinking I wasn't gonna do another reading today. For some reason, everything was feeling really off, really weird, and then I meditated, and Spirit was just like, do a reading, just channel, like, don't think too much into it. There's not a lot of prep work, just grab your decks, and get to it. We'll guide you. So here we are. So the Nine of Cups popped out here. Okay, so what I'm hearing is the word mirror. So the dreams can be a mirror or a reflection of what's happening in your subconscious. Okay, so what's happening within your mind that you need to pay attention to in the deeper layers of your mind. For some of you, it could be some fears, right? Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of judgment, fear of criticism, fear of not being enough, right? Fear of the unknown. So it's a lot of these things rise up in your dreams or in your nightmares maybe to help you overcome them, to bring your awareness like, hey, this is a problem in your subconscious mind. Let's address this, okay? If you're afraid of failure, Focus your mind more on what can be done. Focus your mind more on success and achieving it, right? If you're fearing the unknown, focus on what you do know right now. Because guaranteed, there's something that you know right now that you can take action on that can help move you forward in some shape, way, or form. You know, a lot of times in this day and age, we think we have to move really, really fast or move by leaps and bounds, and that's not necessarily true. One of my friends shared this like quote to me, and several other people, where it's like, if you just move forward or grow 1% every day, by the end of the year, you would have grown 365%. Isn't that wild? Like, we don't think of 1% as anything meaningful, but then if we keep moving this tiny step forward, by the end of a year, that's 365%, right? That's significant. Also with this, there's something intuitively coming through again for you. And that's part of that clairvoyancy we talked about before. It's like there's something that you just happen to know or sense that you cannot really explain, that's coming through in your dreams. Okay, they're being reflected in your dreams because it's the time that the conscious mind quiets down, takes a back seat. And then all this intuitive, spiritual knowing can come through full force. Oh my gosh, you have the Page of Cups as well. Look at that. So there's this suggestion here that I'm getting is to look at things with a lot of wonder and to just feel whatever it is you're feeling. You don't have to explain your feelings. You don't have to try to control your feelings. You don't have to justify your feelings. What I'm seeing here is just feel whatever it is that you're feeling. Whatever's coming up for you, feel it. Allow it to flow. Allow it to move. Don't keep it trapped like this. Don't keep it trapped like this either. It needs to move. It needs to flow. Okay? Or else you just hang on to it. You know what I'm saying? So if you hang on to this fear of failure, fear of success, fear of not enoughness, whatever it is, it can't leave you. So you just like get on this repeat cycle, like a broken record over and over again, right? Living with it, becoming besties with it. Oh my gosh, like don't be besties with that energy. Like I don't recommend that. So feel that fear and then let it go. Okay? Knight of Swords, look, bravery, discipline. This is what I mean, taking action every single day. Okay? And at first it's not even about the quality of it. So the story behind this card in particular, I looked it up. There's very few of the card meanings by the author that I actually looked up, but this is one of them. This mermaid warrior is practicing their forms. You know, like how knights, they practice their stances, and then in martial arts you have these forms that you go through, right, until it's kind of like body memory, muscle memory, right, that you can do it without even thinking now. But it takes this discipline. It takes being committed to it every day. Some days the form is going to be a hot mess. Some days things are not going to look pretty, but it's just important that you did it. It's important that you attempted it, and the next day is going to be a new day. It may look better, it may look the same. My goodness, it could even look worse, but you have to keep doing it. Okay, so this is not like about trying to be pretty, trying to be perfect here. It's about that discipline, taking action every single day, okay, to overcome the fears, overcome the worries, to give yourself a chance for something more. Tower, okay, so I'm really sensing here again that fear energy is coming real strong for many of you. And it's time to release that fear and stop holding on to it, because there are things that are going to happen that are outside of your control, okay? And they're gonna be difficult to process, maybe difficult to accept right away. They will kind of rock your world. Do you know what I'm saying? But everything happens for a reason. Things happen for you, not to you. All right? So, it's only when we look back on our experiences, things can maybe begin to make sense a lot easier to us, right? Like when we're in the moment, when we're in the fear and the worry, we can't really see the bigger picture as clearly, right? Oftentimes. But, when we look back on our lives and things that we thought were not good at the time, we can maybe see how that it was a blessing in disguise, right? Blessing in disguise. I'm sure you've heard that term before. So just think about that, okay? That some challenges do happen in our life, some difficult situations do happen, but they can turn out in the long run to be a good thing. They can be a blessing. And allowing these structures within our minds, aka these belief systems, to crumble, to fall apart, so that we can build anew, right? We can build a strong level of self-esteem, of belief in ourselves, belief in our future. Some of these old limiting thought patterns and behaviors have to be demolished. So I feel like that's what your dreams are calling up now. They're really pulling up these difficult things that you're like, oh God, why am I remembering this now? That was such a hard time. That was such a painful time. It's because it's time for it to be healed and released. So you can start rebuilding here. So, my love, my support goes out to you now as these difficult emotions and memories maybe are dredged up. But I have utter faith in you that this can be healed, and you can do it, and you can release it, and you can start fresh, whatever that part is for you. You got this, love. You really, really do. So thank you for watching, my dears. I really hope you found something helpful in this reading. Thank you so much for your support, liking, commenting, subscribing, allowing the ads to run. I really appreciate your actions that help this channel grow into something beautiful. Now, if you'd like to connect with me more, definitely check out the description box below to find out how I do offer personal readings. If you need some more personalized guidance and assistance, I'm happy to do that for you. But other than that, remember, it's never too late for your happily ever after. Even after all these difficult times, your happily ever after will find you. Take care, loves.